Okay, Blue Jay, another great start, another great first leg. Just crossed TB and 13, another good boat. Looking good. And Wasabi is also up here. All right, Mike Cannon's doing well this race in 13. I think they're ahead of DB in second. DB started a slightly unfavored right, bang right, got good breeze, both clear air and a bit of a righty, and came out of this in a solid third, which I'm sure they're happy with. Blue Jay is not laying this mark. 2 more tacks is going to cost them about 2 boat lengths. But they're leading by 3 or 4 boat lengths. So they're postponing this first tack a little bit until they see how far they have to go. It's getting puffy now. Spinnaker work should be pretty interesting. Now the breeze is up. Blue Jay's first tack, right on the port lay line. They will spin it around this mark and immediately get the pole going. The lineup after that, it's a good one, with Mike Cannon in 13, DB now luffing the main a little bit at 21 because they've got people off the rail working on the spinnaker. Stiletto's doing well again in 4th, followed by Wasabi. And then 23 is doing pretty well this race. That's Mary on Sorcerer. Mary's a good soling skipper. Normally crews for Frank McNamara. There's DB is now fighting out with second. And in fact, they're going to want to maybe even do a jibe if they can pull it off. But Spinnaker's going up very slowly. Note the boat behind him already has it filled, and we'll go over them, we think. Nice battle for second. Blue Jay break away again. They can only get the spinnaker down. They may want to start now. They should fly without the pole. That might help them. So DB was the first boat to jibe, so they don't get past all the way, but they almost did. Even Wasabi in 5th is not far from DB in 2nd. Here's Eliza going just jib winging, and if not, that doesn't look that bad. 1, it's a big jib, and 2, they're able to sail lower angle, and 3, they don't have to worry about crew work. So Eliza is going to lose about, I don't know, 3 or 4 boat lengths with no spinnaker, and they're going to gain some of that back because on the boats that have bad takedowns. If the boat sails well enough, they're going to lose to those boats. Anyhow, a lot more port pole this time with the new course that we set. And so DB, the first boat to jibe, has actually been on the lay line from the middle of the gate. While Blue Jay, they hope they're not, oh, they have the pole up again. They got to get that down now. See if I can zoom in on Blue Jay. And they should be able to win these races. All right, pole is down, spinnaker's coming down. They might have a good one. But the halyard's not coming down. Why is that? There it goes. So they're going to drive around this mark. DB's going for the left mark. DB will be second. And Mike Cannon's going to hang on to third, assuming he rounds the right mark. They can bear off and round it instead of heading up like this to the outside in 4th. Now they're going to settle for 4th, it appears, outside of Stiletto. So is Wasabi. I don't think this gate is a tiny bit favored, but not that much. Except the capo could have gone to the other mark. And now they're leaving space for Wasabi. Wasabi's going to take advantage and cut right in there. So not a good routing for the capo. Meanwhile, warp drive rounds the other mark. They'll gain on the capo. It's Pettipaw with a shoot down. They always have good crew work on that boat. And they're in a three-way battle. Did Jim Pettipaw take room where he didn't have it? Of course, the room is freely given. That's one thing. All right. A couple more boats still to round. One of which is Fred Baker in 18, not doing well here. They're in 12th, just ahead of Deke and Ika, and the chute's not coming down on Fred's boat. All right. And then the racing class. They need to get the pole down, get the spinnaker hat down, not in the boat. There's one person by the pole, but they seem to be working on the halyard and not the pole. Okay, now the bow person should be able to get the pole down. All right, we're going to move on. There's Andrew Baker's team, the Blue Jay tacking. Tack looks all right. However, DB is coming on strong. DB is not laying the mark, though. So what's going to happen here? DB is could let him off the hook and just tack now. And Blue Jay is going to go below, boy, just barely. And now DB's got to tack right away to try to pin him. Because Blue Jay's going to come back on starboard pretty darn soon. Blue Jay likes to understand the mark a little bit. So don't be surprised if they tack. However, it's a really good tack by DB onto a lift. So DB has gotten clear by 2 lengths now. Although he comes down better, that means he can tack soon. Blue Jay's just going to wait. It can go anytime. There they go. A length and a half lead, or half length between the two boats. Don't know what DB got in race 1. They've been doing well ever since.
See how the spinnaker work goes for.
Well, late on getting the chute going. Anyhow, pre-feed and hoist are happening at the same time, so it could work out okay. A lot of activity behind us now. As Stiletto rounding next, followed by Warp Drive. And then De Capo and Santos are coming in at the same time. De Capo's looking for a hole. They're going to have to duck. Oh, they're going to 17 is going to be an issue for them, but 17 is a bigger issue for Santuza. And 17's jib is breaking. Is that because of Santuza? Or are they just sailing up a little bit? I think Santuza is clean on that rounding.
Nice.
And now 18. Pettipaw's got to dip a couple boats here, get into his pattern. It's the mid-fleet group. Looking at the other way, I see Dave Ryan is easily winning there. All right, Warp Drive's first bad set. Somehow the spinnaker seems to be tied in knots. It's coming apart now and fills, even before Santuza's fills. So that's good. That could save Wasabi a 5th on that deal. Santuza's totally blanketed, not that they have the chute up. And these boats are blanketed, so watch Wasabi just take off here relative to these other boats.
There you go.
And there is Raju won that race, and Blue Jay does hang on for second, their best race yet, I believe. Soleto is third. And Warp Drive, and Sergowitz will come across in fourth. Wasabi does get the easy 5th, quite a bit ahead of boats that are still blanketing each other. There's problems back there. Although that's not all a matter of blanket zone, they're just not quite shimming correctly. All right, so who do we got here in sixth place?
Over there.
It's going to be Santuza with Jonathan Austin. It's approximately their average today, maybe a little better than that. Then it's really close for seventh. Eliza with a nose Spinnaker. They might pull the seventh out of this. And I believe they will. Yep, they got that. Then eighth is DiCapo. And then we think 23 here. Sorcerer got ninth. Deke 10th. A decent race for them, actually. Is that 10th? No, maybe I'm missing some boats. 18 just gets across. Not a good race for them. And the racing class is still out there. Okay, it's a wrap for race 4. We might get in 6 races today. We'll start race 5 right around 2 o'clock.